So a brand new Pokemon Presents is just a few days away, and of course one of the things that everybody is really excited for is new information about Pokemon Legends ZA, as this is going to be the big main Pokemon game that's coming out this year, and a lot of it is still shrouded in mystery, and we don't really know exactly like what the gameplay loop of this game is going to be like, what you're really going to be doing for a majority of it, how some of the mechanics are going to work, and how everything is going to be like. So we're expecting that this Pokemon Presents is finally going to give us a deep dive into it. But with this game taking place back in the Kalos region, and one of the big things that they've been hyping up about it, Mega Evolutions is a very big topic that's been in the discussion for this game, as they teased it at the very end of the first teaser that they gave when they revealed the game, and then even when they had that other announcement that they had where they just showed a little bit of the game for the first time, they also highlighted being able to do Mega Evolutions. But really one of the biggest things that comes with the excitement for having Megas return, especially in the Kalos region where it's all about Mega Pokemon, is the potential of getting brand new Mega Evolutions that we've never seen before. And so more than likely, like 99%, they're definitely going to have some brand new Mega Evolutions that they're going to show inside of this Pokemon Presents, but what are these brand new Mega Pokemon going to be? And for that, it seems like we might have already had a very big leak that happened that pretty much revealed a majority of the brand new Mega Evolutions that are going to be inside of Pokemon Legends ZA. And so that's going to be what we're talking about inside of this video, as we have supposedly 27 Mega Evolutions that have been leaked for Pokemon Legends ZA, and the source for this isn't just some random person or somebody who's saying that this is going to happen. Supposedly these are actually leaked Mega Evolutions from an alpha for Pokemon Legends ZA that was inside of the massive GameFreak tera hack that had occurred last year. And I'm sure you guys remember that, like around I think September or October last year, it's going to be almost a year or so, that there was like that massive GameFreak hack that came out, and I'm sure you guys remember like hearing all of those crazy stories where like Typhlosion was trending and Skyla was trending because of all the fan art that came out after seeing like the GameFreak description for her and everything. So I'm sure you guys remember that. This is supposedly where that information is coming from as well, but the leaker never like released it right away into the public. They kind of kept it to themselves, but they slowly leaked out information when it comes to the Mega Pokemon that are going to be inside of the game as well. Alright, so jumping right into it, we're just going to go in order by generation. So the first Pokemon that we're going to be talking about here are supposed Generation 1/Kanto Pokemon that are going to be getting Mega Evolutions inside of ZA. And so for that, we have Mega Clefable, Mega Victreebel, Mega Starmie, and Mega Dragonite. Now these are some pretty good choices, I would say. Clefable is a Pokemon that I kind of forget about, but I like its hidden ability where I think it's called Magic Guard, where you can use that ability and it doesn't take any damage from any type of move that isn't an actual attack. So like if you use Toxic, you won't take any poison damage over time. It's a pretty cool Pokemon, so I wonder exactly what they would do with the Mega Evolution for it. Victreebel is kind of interesting because Victreebel is a version exclusive alongside Vileplume, but this is only going to be a Mega Evolution for Victreebel, and Vileplume isn't going to be getting anything. So that's pretty interesting because usually whenever they have version exclusives get a Mega Evolution, they give one to the counterpart as well, but maybe because Vileplume also has like that other evolution that it could be with Blossom, they decided to give Victreebel something, so I wonder what the Mega Evolution is going to be like. Starmie is one I'm very excited for because it's actually one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. I think it has a really cool design, and it's a pretty strong Pokemon too. I love the water psychic typing, and it's a pretty fast Pokemon that can hit kind of hard, so I wonder if the Mega Evolution is just going to make it even more into a glass cannon that hits really hard, or if they're going to try to give it some bulk and maybe make it like a different role, so that's going to be pretty cool to see. And then finally, Mega Dragonite. I know that is going to be one that everybody is just going to be super excited for. They give so many of these pseudo Pokemon Mega Evolutions like Garchomp and Metagross and Salamence, but Dragonite, the OG pseudo legendary, never got anything. No Alola forms, no Hisui forms, nothing basically. So to finally get a Mega Evolution, that's going to be very exciting, and I actually wonder what they're going to call that Mega Stone. Like, is it going to be called the Mega Dragonite-ite or the Dragite or the Dragonite-ite or something? I have no idea, but that's going to be kind of funny to see what the name of the Mega Stone is going to be, and I can't wait to see the design for it as well. Now moving into Generation 2, the Mega Evolutions that we're supposedly getting are Mega Meganium, Mega Feraligatr, and Mega Skarmory. Now, Meganium and Feraligatr obviously make sense because these are going to be the two starter Pokemon that you're going to be able to start out with inside of Legend ZA, but now it's surprising because Cyndaquil and Typhlosion aren't going to be getting anything, but I guess for them it's because they got that brand new Hisui form or the Hisui evolution line in the last Legends game, so that's why they're giving something now to the other Gen 2 Pokemon, so that makes sense, I guess. And then Skarmory is also just a really cool Pokemon. I've always liked it, so I can't wait to see what they do with a Mega Evolution for that also. Now, supposedly there's 0 Gen 3 Pokemon that are going to be getting new Mega Evolutions. I'm assuming that's because obviously you had Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where so many of them already got Mega Evolutions, so you don't really need more Gen 3 Pokemon to get them, so I can kind of understand that. Moving into Gen 4 though, there's only going to be one Sinnoh Pokemon that is getting a Mega Evolution, and supposedly that's going to be Mega Frostlass. Now I think that this makes a lot of sense too, because we have Snorunt have like the dual evolution line where it could be either Glalie or it could be Frostlass, and we do have a Mega Glalie already, but we never had a Mega Frostlass, so it's going to be nice now to have this one also get a Mega form too. Moving into Gen 5, there's actually a lot of Mega Pokemon for this, so we supposedly are going to be getting Mega Emboar, Mega Excadrill, Mega Scolipede, Mega Scrafty, Mega Electros, and Mega Chandelure. Now personally, I'm very happy with all of these choices. I actually really like the Gen 5 Pokedex. I know it gets a lot of hate, but I genuinely think a lot of the Pokemon are really cool. And so Mega Emboar makes sense obviously because Tepig is going to be one of the starters, but Mega Excadrill is going to be really interesting to see because Excadrill is already a pretty powerful Pokemon that a lot of people use in competitive. It's a fast sweeping Pokemon, it has Mold Breaker, but to see it getting a Mega Evolution, that would be really cool too, so I can't wait to see what design they come up with for that. Scolipede has always been one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. I've used it on my team multiple times, so I'd love to see that get a Mega Evolution too. Scrafty is a pretty cool Pokemon too. I think I'm probably going to use it when I replay Gen 5 again at some point because I've always wanted to use one. And Electros has been one of my favorite Pokemon for a long time. I think it's so cool because it is pretty much like the only Pokemon at the moment that actually has no weakness, because for the longest time, if you were a Dark or Ghost type Pokemon like Together, if you were like Sableye or Spiritomb, you had no weakness, but once the Fairy type got introduced, now you have a weakness with Fairy, but Electros is a pure electric type where the only weakness is ground, but it has the ability to levitate where it nullifies and takes no damage from ground moves, so it is really the only Pokemon where you can't do any super effective damage to it, so I wonder exactly what they're going to do for a Mega Electros. And Chandelure is one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon too. I just love the evolution line of how it evolves with different forms of lighting, where it starts out as a candle, and then it evolves into a lamp, and then it becomes a chandelier, and I kind of wonder now if the Mega Evolution is going to go a step further, like how do you get even bigger than a chandelier? I can't wait to see what they come up with. Now moving into Generation 6 with X and Y, this should not come as a surprise, but this generation is going to be getting the most Mega Evolutions by far, which obviously should make sense because the game is taking place in Kalos. So for this, we're supposedly going to be getting Mega Evolutions finally for every single starter inside of Gen 6, so Mega Chestnut, Mega Delphox, and Mega Greninja. We're also supposedly getting a Mega Pyroar, Mega Malamar, Mega Dragalge, Mega Halusha, Mega Floette, Mega Barbaracle, and Mega Zygarde. So all of the Gen 6 starters getting Megas is going to be incredible, but I feel like they also chose some good standalone Pokemon from Gen 6 also. Mega Pyroar is going to be pretty interesting to see. Mega Malamar I'm actually very curious about because Malamar is like one of my favorite Pokemon because of its hidden ability. It has the contrary ability where it makes stat changes be inversed, so if you use a move like Superpower, instead of lowering your attack and defense after, it actually upgrades it instead, so it's more like a bulk up that does 120 fighting damage, which is super insane. I think Dragalge getting one is interesting too because that's actually a version exclusive alongside Clawitzer, which is in Pokemon X, and then Dragalge is for Pokemon Y, but you're not getting anything for Clawitzer, it's just going to be Dragalge, so that's kind of interesting. And then Halucha is a fan favorite Pokemon, so I think that makes a lot of sense too. Barbaracle has been a Pokemon that I've kind of forgotten exists. I always kind of just used it as a sweeper Pokemon where you give it a Focus Sash to survive on 1 HP, and then you use Cell Smash, get your upgraded speed and attack, and then try to sweep as many Pokemon as you can. But I would like to see it get a Mega Evolution and supposedly get more powerful so that more people can actually use it. And besides that, I mean, the other two Pokemon that we have from Gen 6, I mean, we got Floette getting one, and obviously with AZ's Floette and everything, that just makes sense. I'm sure it's going to be part of the story and everything, and same thing applies to Zygarde too. The game is called Legend ZA. I'm sure Zygarde is going to have a massive role, so something with the story I'm sure is going to unlock like this Zygarde Mega Evolution, so that makes a lot of sense too. But moving into Generation 7, it seems like there's only going to be 2 Mega Pokemon from Pokemon Sun and Moon. And so the first Pokemon that we have here is Drampa, which is yet again another version exclusive Pokemon. So it's very surprising how they chose so many version exclusive Pokemon to receive brand new Mega Evolutions, but they're only giving them to that one version exclusive and not to like both counterparts. I guess because Pokemon Legends ZA is just going to be one game and it's not going to have like 2 different versions, so it's not really as important. But yeah, apparently we're going to be getting Mega Drampa, but the really surprising one is supposedly we're also going to be getting Mega Zeraora, which is very unusual because that's just a mythical rare Pokemon from Generation 7, so I don't really know why they would want to give that Pokemon a Mega Evolution. Maybe it has some role inside of the story, but then again, they also just sometimes give rare Pokemon something brand new with these Legends games, like the Tornadus, Landorus, and Thundurus trio just had that brand new Pokemon Enamorus that was added to it inside of Pokemon Legends Arceus, so maybe inside of this Legends game, they just give Zeraora a Mega Evolution. And then finally, from Generation 8 with Pokemon Sword and Shield, apparently there's only going to be one brand new Mega Pokemon from this generation, and that's going to be Mega Phalanx. And Phalanx is always a Pokemon that I thought was pretty cool inside of Gen 8, so I do wonder what they're going to do with the Mega Evolution for it. Maybe they're going to add even more Phalanx to it, and it's going to be like a whole little Phalanx army or something, but I am interested to see what they do with that. But yeah, besides that, there's no other Mega Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield. And you might also be wondering about Generation 9 Pokemon from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but apparently according to this, there's actually going to be 0 Pokemon from that entire generation that are going to be getting brand new Mega Evolutions. Maybe they're still kind of too recent or too fresh for Game Freak to really decide to give them new forms and Megas and stuff, but yeah, it seems like they're only just going to be from Generation 1 to Generation 8. And so yeah, these are supposedly going to be the 27 brand new Mega Evolutions inside of Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, I don't know if these are going to be the only Mega Pokemon, maybe there's going to be even more in addition to this, but these are supposedly the 27 ones that got leaked, and the best part about all of this is that inside of this Pokemon Presents, in just a few days, when they reveal these brand new Mega Pokemon, if it ends up being the Pokemon that I talked about inside of this video, then we know for a fact that this leak is credible, and everything inside of this is most likely going to turn out to be true. But if they reveal some Mega Pokemon that are not inside of this, and we get to see something completely random like Mega Cincino or something, then we know that maybe this isn't actually going to be as reliable as we thought. So we're going to know the answer for this in just a few days, so that's why I decided to talk about this now, because it's going to be very exciting to see how real this turns out to be. And so yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more videos talking about Pokemon, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you think about all of this. Are you excited to see brand new Mega Evolutions inside of Pokemon Legends ZA? What do you feel about the supposed leaked list if it does turn out to be true? Are any of your favorite Pokemon on here? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.